Hello, everyone. I welcome you all to this conversation that we have with our expert today, Mr. Varun Rastogi. Varun is an 18-year-old experienced individual having worked in data analytics and who has had an extensive experience of working with organizations like KPMG, Accenture, and currently he is also the partner at Deloitte India, where he has handled positions in the area of analytics, and he was instrumental in bringing out the, you can say, essence of data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, leading that department with a team of, data scientists, solutioning and delivering high value business outcomes. So he was director analytics and cognitive before being now the partner at Deloitte India. I am Dr. Sona Vikas, who is very, very delighted to have you here, Varun. And we are going to have a small conversation regarding what is it about data analytics that people are talking so much about it. There are huge opportunities as we hear, but we would like you to throw light on what are the kind of roles in data analytics.
Sure. Thank you, Dr. Sona. And first of all, thank you for inviting me to this conversation. I think this is a very interesting and hot topic these days. The skills of data scientist in the field of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and now generative AI it has gained momentum, and it is going to be one of the most promising area and also one of the hottest skills in the industry. So there are a lot of interest across wide variety of skills and education, whether it is engineering or computer science or economics or statistics, to have a career in this field of data science and machine learning. I think if you totally look into the different kind of roles in this specific industry of data and analytics, there are wide variety of roles. One is around becoming a data analyst, the person who will be primarily responsible for crunching numbers using SQL, Excel, translating the queries into a insight generation and helping in giving a quick response to the management in terms of what the outcomes look like, what are the insights coming from the data, and help in reporting. The second is primarily a data scientist, which is a person who is more uh, driven towards statistics, econometrics, machine learning, deep learning, etc., which primarily churn the models and actually do the analytics behind and answer any queries in terms of forecasting, segmentation of data sets, or predicting outcomes, whether it is sales or customer churn. So a lot of insights, but primarily using data science models in the background. So that is the data scientist, what we call him, right? Then machine learning engineer is primarily a role and a skill set who primarily deploy these models in the production environment of the organizations. So you do a lot of proof of concept, build pilot on sample data. But when the model gets mature, we need people who can actually deploy these models efficiently and orchestrate those pipelines in the organization where data will come from multiple sources. The model will run automatically. The model outcomes will go to the reporting tools and business will start using it. And if the model accuracy goes down, how can it automatically train? How can it automatically reused across functions? So these are all the roles and responsibility of machine learning engineer or MLOps engineer. Then the also a person primarily in the role of data engineers, which are the, I can say, the backbone of the whole data warehouse, data platform, who actually churn the data, extract the data, build extraction layer, uh, build data warehouse, create data marts. So those are the very critical people who actually build all kind of database and cubes which are going to be used by data scientists and machine learning engineer. So these are the key roles, and of course, there are roles primarily also in terms of building dashboards, visualization reports, using tools like ClickView, Tableau, etc., who understand the business requirement and create these reports in a charts and graphs, etc. Then one of the skills which in the last few years I have seen have gained momentum is also what we call them purple people who primarily understand business, understand analytics, and become a data translator who actually translate what a business is going to an analytical language to a data scientist and a data engineer. And then when the insights come out, they actually translate that to a business in their business language. So these are kind of a middle layer between the data scientist and a business people who don't understand analytics or data. So these are the few roles and which we are getting, which are there in the industry, where and any student or person who wants to develop their career can choose any one of them and become and grow in this area. Right.
Great. So you come from an economics background, having done your bachelor's and master's both in from Delhi University in the area of economics. But nowadays, there are a lot of courses, like for example, at NorthCap itself, we offer both undergraduate and postgraduate programs in data analytics, data sciences, artificial intelligence, both for technical and non-technical students. That is, you have a BTech also, and you have a BBA, you have an MBA in these areas. Now, according to you, uh, what are the requirements in terms of skills, knowledge, qualifications required at undergraduate and postgraduate level? That is the first thing. And secondly, despite being a non-technical person, how did you excel in data analytics and AI and machine learning?
Sure. So, so in terms of the qualification and skills, primarily, so as I mentioned, there are multiple different roles, right? So, for example, if you are looking to become a data engineer or a or a business intelligence tool like a visualization developer, you primarily need skills around VTech, undergraduation in data analytics with some amount of computer science background and a programming background, who can actually do coding, right? SQL coding or a Python coding or a Java coding, etc. For a data scientist role, primarily, I think the good experience in statistics, um, data science, and econometrics, I think it would be good to have, because these are the skills which will help in delivering the machine learning models. But I've seen a lot of even computer science graduates and postgraduates are doing excel in this, coming from different backgrounds. So these skills in computer science, statistics, and econometrics are what I think will be needed much. But I think the most important is also to have a background and some amount of experience of programming, having an acumen of doing coding, programming, translating the problem into algorithms, doing efficient coding is need of the today's the layer of data science, data engineer, or whosoever. So these are the skills needed primarily for purple people, which is primarily more like a translator. I think a good understanding of data analytics and also good communication skills. I think that would be a great advantage. Who don't like much about coding, but at least they understand analytics, they understand data, they know how can a business problems needs to be translated into analytical problem. So these are the few skills and knowledge which can be used. And of course, maths is needed everywhere, right?
Right. I was just about to ask you how much of a role maths plays in all of this, and you just answered the
Yes.
question.
Yes.
In fact, there
Yes.
is nowadays a trend that in the school, people have the option of not taking maths in their senior classes. And later on, when they come to us, they would say that they want to take up a career in analytics. And it's very difficult for us to convince them that, that is the primary base at which your entire analytics career will lie. So I think that's a very good insight, and this can be shared with schools also, so that students can make an informed choice, that they need not get be intimidated by maths, but in case a career in analytics is what they're looking for, this will really be helpful. So
Right.
wonderful.
It's the basic and minimum requirement, because every day you are doing analysis only with the data. You are
Right.
dealing with huge amount of data, and if there are thousands, millions of rows and columns, you need to do analysis, you need to get insights, and you need to know how to do correlations, regressions, etc. So you need mathematics also, right, to do that. So that is precondition.
Okay. So one thing that comes to the mind is that analytics being used as a where you're doing a lot of analysis only in this particular area, does it actually have a long-term career interest in students and in candidates who are interested in this area? Because somehow, does it not become very repetitive over the period of time? Or you have been in this and you have actually grown. So, for us, you were the right expert to actually tell that whether there is a career in analytics in a long term or not.
Sure. So analytics as a career has been in demand for a few years, and this is a very innovative area. So there is a lot of innovation happening across the globe. So there are different tools and technologies coming. So we used to work with SAS, now R, Python, PySpark. These kind of technologies have come. A lot of cloud service providers like Google, AWS, Azure, right? Components which the people can use and build analytical models, etc. So there is a lot of innovation which primarily is there, and and it is continuously evolving, right? So it always gives you new and new avenues. Now, from last 6 months, you might have heard about the generative AI, right? Chat GPT, and a lot of everyone has been talking about it, and now these models are coming out, large language models. So people are now exploring. We are also doing a lot of courses internally and training our teams to develop and hone these skills, because this is going to be future for the next few years. So you can understand this field is evolving. So there is always a growth aspect, there is always a demand, there is always a curiosity, there is always an innovation link. So, and it gives a very good high paced career advancements to all the people who explore it and who excel in it. So definitely it's a long term game. It's not like it will not go, it will eventually become bigger and bigger and bigger only.
I think that's very heartening to know, and I think whoever is going to watch this interview will surely be motivated by that. And my last question to you is, in
Yeah.
today's world where the technological advancements are happening at such a fast pace, why should one not pursue a career in data analytics?
So if someone don't want to, if
Yeah.
someone is looking not to pursue data and analytics, primarily are people who don't have the creative the attitude of doing data analysis, who don't like to do data analysis. First of all, having an interest is most important. If you don't like to work on numbers, if you don't like maths, and so I think that this is not the right field for you. I think there are a lot of other areas which you can explore, but if you don't want to, and you get hassled by seeing a lot of numbers, tables, charts, graphs, then maybe this is not for you, right? Secondly, I think if you also don't like to do programming, if you don't want to do programming as a career, you don't want to code things, and you don't get interest in debugging and writing algorithms. So I think that is also something which maybe not the right area for you, right? Third, it's continuously, as I mentioned, evolving, innovating. And if you think that you don't want to learn something new after a certain amount of time and you just want to settle it, I think it will not be right, because this is not something which is like you have gained it and you are done for your life. You have to continuously study, you have to continuously evolve, you have to continuously change, because technology is every day changing. So innovation and curiosity is something which every person needs to have if they want to make your career. And if these are the things which you think you don't want to do, or you're not right fit for this, I think maybe you should try something different, not the data analytics.
Great. Actually, the reason why this question sounds very odd is only because to hear that unless and until we have a passion, we have an interest, we have the aptitude, I think we
Correct.
cannot and we should not go for a career,
Yeah,
especially when it involves as
a lot
serious
of data.
work as analytics does. So
Sure.
thank you so much. And
Thank you.
I hope that this brief conversation will give insights to all aspirants and even those who are currently in this field or making baby steps in this. It will help them, give them an overview, and help them make an informed career decision. So thank you, Mr. Rastogi, very much for being here with
Thank
us
you.
in conversation. And I'm sure that these insights will be really helpful. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Sona, for inviting me. Thank you very much.
Thank you.